Yeah. You know what it is.
You already know what time, baby. It's the Boom Bap Hour, baby.
What's up, y'all?
We up in here chilling, man. Oh, man, I'm feeling good. How you feeling, Bizzo?
2023, you know what it is,
We
man.
made it.
Yep.
Yeah,
We
we
made
up
it.
in here. We made it.
Another year.
Another
Yes.
dollar. Let's get it.
More
though.
podcasts, more people, more good music. Let's
More
go.
Everything.
Yes,
Shout out
more
to-
great guests.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Bomb Aid.
Yes, our
sponsors.
sponsor,
Yeah,
Bomb
no
Aid.
doubt. No
Yes, the
doubt.
best lemonade vodka that you can have.
The choice is clear.
Yes,
It is
know
very
what time.
clear.
Very
Clear
clear.
very clear.
Tasting really good here.
Yes,
you know?
sir.
That
Word.
only uses organic lemons, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Organic.
Yes, so you can feel good about drinking Bomb
Okay,
Aid.
you know I'm
So
the
you
anti.
vegan?
You know I'm the anti. Hold on.
You
What-
anti-vegan?
Well, yeah, no.
It's
What
organic.
is
Come
a-
on, you can't go wrong with organic.
What's
So
organic?
what's not an organic lemon? I'm saying.
No, seriously,
though.
when you go to the grocery store, you have your organic section in the produce, and then you have your regular. I really
That's
don't know what the
just like-
difference is, but
Yeah, that's like.
I just go to the organic section because, you know, it just makes me feel good.
That's like putting LE or SLE or XLE.
Oh, yeah, on the car, right?
Yeah, oh, you put a new radio in there or where? Okay, yeah,
Or that-
yeah.
I guess.
It's
mean,
the same
all the
width.
same,
It's going to
you
get
know
you the
what I'm saying?
same distance as the other one.
Let's just say it's not the base model. It's not the base model lemons.
So these is
okay?
not base model lemons that we
It has a
drink
little
out of in this
extra
thing.
seeds.
So this is not base model vodka. So y'all need to get on that.
That's right.
Yes.
We got
Bomb
the
Aid.
illest, the Bomb Aid. Check that out at a store near you, man.
Well, without further ado,
Okay.
Word.
Okay. Word.
we have a wonderful guest here today. We have gospel artist, singer. You write your own songs too?
All right.
Okay, and songwriter, Kamika.
Yeah.
Give it up.
Kamika.
Hey,
what's
y'all.
You gotta say
So
it 2
good,
times.
you gotta say it twice.
What's
so
up, y'all?
nice. You
Come on.
gotta say it twice. That's what's good. That's what's good.
Yes.
Pop it, girl. How you feeling?
Everything. I'm feeling good.
Over there cheesing and stuff.
Nothing like some lemons with seeds in them.
Living with seeds. That's right. Anything with seeds.
With seeds is the
Anything
best.
with a
All
seed.
seeds is all good. That's
Anything
right.
with a seed in it,
Yeah,
so.
all yup. That's in
Sow a
Genesis, ain't it?
seed.
Hey, we sowing seeds.
Yeah.
We growing
Yeah.
seeds.
Growing seeds. Seeds for seeds.
Faith of a mustard.
Come on with it
seed.
now.
Faith of a mustard seed.
Hello.
You gotta start
Glory,
somewhere.
hallelujah. Let's
I got
go.
a song called that too. Y'all better
Glory,
get with
hallelujah, or
it.
faith of-
Hallelujah.
Yes, hallelujah. Oh, I love that.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Yeah. Popping.
Yeah.
That's what's good.
Yes.
Y'all was here a couple times when I was mixing her stuff.
Yes.
That's that one joint I came in on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
It
sounding
was
real
like nobody
touch me.
said it was going to be easy. That's what
Okay,
it was saying.
okay. God didn't say it would be easy. He did not say.
Yeah. He didn't say it all, but you know, that's life though. But that joint was nice though.
I appreciate that.
doing
Thanks
nice,
for the love. Thanks for the love. All that
Yeah.
comes from the heart, from what's inside of me, you know.
What's in
I just write what's in me.
so you write everything you do.
Everything I do, I write.
That's ill.
I don't
That's
talk
ill.
about nothing I ain't doing.
That's ill
We
though.
love
That's
that.
real ill.
Nothing I ain't doing.
That's ill. So how did you start?
Um,
What made you jump into like was it just music or was it gospel all the way?
it was just music anyway. Coming up, music was all around me. In the house, I had to clean the CD cases in the house, stack the CDs in.
Wait a minute. Where you
Sets.
from?
I'm right here in Augusta.
Oh,
Right
that's
here
where
in
you from, Augusta?
Oh, you from
Okay.
Augusta?
Right from Augusta.
Right from born and raised.
Yeah, it was just probably this
Okay.
last few years I left Augusta to go see something further than Atlanta, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Yeah, I'm from Augusta.
You don't even sound like you don't really have that Augusta native,
Native
Sound.
tongue? What's the Augusta native tongue, dog?
I don't
I'm trying
know.
to find that and I'm trying to identify it for music purposes, right? Because you can identify Memphis has a specific way they talk, and
Right.
when you hear rappers from Memphis, they pronounce words
Certain
they
slang.
pronounce it the same way.
Well,
Right.
Augusta to me, I think.
So what's the Augusta? You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
think
you
it's a
said,
slash from that. I think it's like Memphis. You got down a little.
do they?
Florida,
Okay, so
a
give me
little
some
Florida,
words that
a little
Augustans
Atlanta.
produce different, that Augustans pronounce different than anybody else in the world?
Nah, they all sound the same to me. Far
Same
as that.
sounds the same as what?
Like
Atlanta?
like
Okay,
they sound
got
like
you.
somewhat like Atlanta, a little bit of Florida too.
Okay.
Because Augusta is like a mixture of people.
Right.
So it's like you got people from like coming from different places and stuff. Like me, I would sound like I'm from New York and Augusta. You know,
You sound like you from Augusta?
like
How can you sound like you
'cause
from
when
New
I go-
York and from
because
Augusta?
when I go to New York, they'll be like, "You sound like you from."
So that's what I'm saying. Like, what is the identifiers that make you sound like you from Augusta?
Like I said, I believe it could be like, you know,
Like how you say
Atlanta,
what?
Atlanta or
You need to give
Shorty,
us
you know.
descriptive
Do you
words.
say they say shorty down here?
Yeah, they said Shorty down here. Yeah, what's up, Shorty?
They okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Ain't you from Augusta?
Hold on, Slim.
You never
Slim,
said that.
Nah, Slim not from here. So
Okay,
we
so-
gotta get. We got
So
to.
hear
We got
the
to
sound.
find
So
some.
we have to
You've been
sound-
called shorty a lot?
I ain't heard. Wow.
That was back in
It
the.
was back
like,
in the-
that was
you
back
know,
in
it
the
was
days,
back.
though,
It's-
bitch.
Okay, I'm still
Depends on
okay. So
how
now
back
I'm
you're
gonna say that's
talking,
the
probably.
Georgia thing. Not that wasn't
Yeah.
Augusta. That was the whole Georgia.
Well, that's
thing.
there you go. I think it's a Georgia thing. I don't think Augusta
what's
really
specific
has
to
specific.
Augusta,
I
like-
wouldn't know,
Specific
dog.
sound.
I
Yeah.
got, you know, I'm
It's not-
East Coast NYC all day.
I don't want to
Hold
say
on.
it's
Here
not
all the
so
time.
original
Hold on.
here.
But I think that's what we need. That's what Augustans like. Maybe someone
They
needs
need
to
a sound.
distinguish,
Right. a
So
distinguished
that
sound.
you can use that, and then this could be something that people like the artist can build a legacy upon.
So the
'Cause,
artist
like,
would have to sound different than sound.
Because I feel like 3-6 probably built the legacy for who, like Yo Gotti and Moneybagg Yo and Young Dolph and all of them sound like, because like
You
they
break
say
them
music. They don't say music. They say music.
Merge it.
Yeah. And even all the way up to Glorilla.
And I like what's that Lil Wayne and them, where they from?
Louisiana.
I
love
You know
the,
they
I
talk a
love
different
the
way,
way
too.
they talk.
Right,
I
so-
love the way they talk. Man,
Okay, so you talking pronunciations.
yeah,
Like how you pronounce
Yeah.
words
Right.
like differently
Not so
from the
much-
rest of
Well,
like
that'll be a
another.
down south thing. I would think Augusta would drop into a down south, like
We
down
don't
south,
really have a
which would be
drawl.
Atlanta type
Well,
sound.
no,
Yeah,
'cause, like,
every
Florida
like the
people talk
South,
different than-
everybody has a different regional
Yeah, every state got a
sound.
Like from
different sound.
Minnesota, y'all talk different.
Yeah, we
Y'all-
definitely talk
talk
different, but
different.
it's
Philly,
crazy
I'm
because
from
Philly.
down
I
there,
say
don't
words
sound
differently.
like that.
DC
No,
cats,
they're like, oh, you sound
they
like
talk
from down
different.
south. Like,
They
Right.
sound South Carolina.
But I'm just
cats,
saying,
they
what
sound-
is
they
the
got
Augusta
Nike
sound though?
We
Like
don't
that's
have
There's not
James
a
Brown.
someone needs to like
James Brown.
distinguish like an artist. Like you know what I'm saying?
James Brown.
James
Jay Brown, we
that's
gonna leave it at that.
That's the
Augusta
Augusta
Jay-Z.
sound.
Augusta
That's
sound, baby.
Word.
James Brown.
Word.
That's the Augusta sound. James Brown all day.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I tried
Cheers to that.
it. Not getting screaming on the track. We
Yeah,
gonna
so-
cry.
Yeah,
So
you
what-
gotta do some. Ow!
We gonna cry.
Yeah,
man.
but zippity there.
The
Hey, yo,
funny part,
how
sometimes you
come-
don't know
wait.
what James Brown be talking
Wait.
about, but you be like,
Have y'all
I'm
listened
jamming
to
though.
Living in, what is it? Living in America?
Yes.
Okay.
Living in America.
Right. How come in that song he mentions New York twice and Augusta not one time? He mentions Atlanta, but I thought he from Augusta, Georgia, Augusta, Georgia.
Well,
And you know, at that time-
I can see no wrong in The Godfather.
I see none. I don't see
So
no wrong in
I
that
will
either.
say that he spent a good amount shouting out Augusta on other records.
okay.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
a lot of records.
He did. I think I heard
So
one.
yeah, I'm
But
not
that was
mad
one
at
of
him
his
for not doing
biggest
that.
songs. Like one
No,
of the
that was his
biggest-
worst song.
You think that was the worst?
So if I had to pick like the song from James Brown that I hate,
No.
it's that one.
You know, everybody's
It's that
well.
one.
How
That's the
about
only
this? That
one
was
that I
one of
could
his
say I
biggest
hate.
commercial songs. Can I say that?
What is what?
Well,
Say-
it
biggest
was
commercial
one
songs?
of the most world-renowned
Commercial?
songs that
Yeah.
he had.
Like,
I would
People-
just say most recent, because y'all, you can't speak to how popular his music was in like the '60s if he wasn't there.
Well, no,
He
that's. I
wasn't
mean, that's
there.
very true. It's just
I
it was
wasn't
it was
there.
it
I
was
wasn't there.
affiliated with a
I wasn't there.
movie, with a blockbuster movie. That's why we're saying.
James
you know,
Brown
saying-
had #1 hits way before Living in America,
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that.
and I think that was just maybe like his worst #1 hit he ever made.
The worst number
Well,
one hit.
regardless,
It's-
it was
it's
number
the
one.
only
hit.
song.
Hey, if
Look,
you
it's
do that
number
with
one.
music,
It's the only
like,
song James
hit or
Brown
miss
made
with your
that
music.
nobody will never sample.
Why
But then,
not?
why not though?
I think they
Because
should
Then that
sample
means
it.
you know what I'm
They
gonna
will
say.
never sample that ever.
Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun.
Kamika.
I dare you.
Hey.
Try it. Try
Do
it.
it.
Try
No.
it.
Hey, look now. We might be speaking on something right
Try
now.
it.
Saying
Try
that.
The
it.
person who
I'm
do
in
the
here.
remake of Living in America.
Try
I'm in
it.
here.
But make it like it's like a.
Try
It's
it.
bad. You know what I'm saying? Like
Somebody's just
like
because they
make
heard
it
you
like
say
a,
that's
you know
gonna
what
do
I'm
it.
I'm in
saying?
here.
Like living in America is bad.
I wrote
Right, like
Trap
the
beats.
like doing like the now, like
Yeah. Living
talking
in America
about what
now.
what living in America is now,
Yeah.
like
Yep. There you go. See, creative
That'd be
mindset
dope.
but
work.
slow the beat down.
Come on, Benzo, let's work together.
Look, we have one
Let's
right
work
here.
together.
Kamika says she down. Kamika
Yeah,
says she down.
Let's work together.
Let's do this then. Let's do this.
There
Slow
you
it down.
go.
You know, I sing
that-
slow anyway.
You like that? Okay, shoot. Let's get it in. Living in America, baby.
All right, bet I'm gonna do
Brown.
it. I'm cooking it up.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Spoke it
see?
on the
Now you see
podcast.
what just happened?
Creative mindset
The
work.
worst number
Y'all
one
hear
hit
this,
song is
people?
about to be the number
Listen.
one
We
hip hop
just spoke
song.
You ain't
this
like
into
me before.
existence.
You just speak that. It's just easy, right?
Keep
Just-
on doing that.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's
Oh
go.
man, yes.
Word.
So, all right. So, Kamika, what made you know that this is what I want to do? I want to be a singer.
When I was younger, it was like people were being noticed, discovered. It wasn't like you go to a talent show and it was a bunch of producers there. It was more like you standing in a carport somewhere and somebody real rides by and hears you and they put you on blast. And I stood in my living room for so many years just singing loud as I could, mad at mama for making me clean the whole house, just singing loud. And ain't nobody hearing me in this house, but people heard me across the street.
Okay.
Kamika been singing all day over there, talking to my mom when she get off from work. All she been doing is singing. People ride by, I heard you singing. That's when I knew people hear me. People
See?
hear me.
That's right.
How old was you then?
I was a teenager when that came about. Anytime before that, my mama just let me know. She told me I couldn't go to church and sing until I was potty trained. And I've been in church since I was maybe 2.
Ooh, man, you.
Yes.
Front and center at the choir stand.
Front
So
and center.
is there's a what's the denomination as they would say? What's it? Baptist.
I grew up Baptist. I'm
Baptist,
a Christian, by
okay.
the world. But as you grow into God, you realize names don't do nothing but distract you. But when it comes to buttoning it up, you gotta submit to something.
Let me ask you something before we get too far. How you feel about how the gospel music is today, like compared to from how you grew up listening to it?
I'm used to the foot patting, the foot stomping and the leg patting and the moaning and the groaning and the singing, all the beats and the music came along
Right.
and changed kind of the dynamic because, you move different
Right.
with different sounds. You listen different with different sounds, I ain't going to say it's distracting or anything, but as far as where I come from, music did more humbling to me than it did exciting. I heard deeper into things.
That's
Where
that
I
is
come
true.
from.
That is true. Yeah, music is definitely like that, especially gospel music. Like it, like you said from back then, you had the floor stomping.
Right.
The grandma in the back.
Yeah,
singing
somebody
the
was always
hymns,
had a strong,
like
big,
a strong voice,
big,
too.
heavy
Yeah,
duty.
She didn't even need a mic.
Nothing.
Didn't need a
Don't
mic.
need nothing.
She way in the back. Yeah.
And you still have that today.
Yeah, you do.
And
you
it's
do.
over extraordinary orchestras, and orchestras. You hear the sounds, the horns, the drums. You can hear it all in there, but you still
Right.
have those strong tones. And I come from more of a softer tone. Like now, I'm hoping my mic loud enough because my people used to be, don't take all that. Hey, don't tell me that. That's somebody who took that much, But, it's just a lot of things shape a lot of things. And now where gospel is now, it still reaches people. And that's what really matters the most, reaching people with all the different dynamics.
And then speaking of reaching people too, I love like how you really, your music sounds contemporary. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's right up there with anything that you hear on
Right.
the radio. And I just remember like, back in the day, it was like when things were trying to go to like a contemporary gospel style, I remember like like when Kirk Franklin came out,
Right.
it was like, oh my God, like he got so much backlash, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is not what gospel's supposed to sound like.
Right.
Or even like I was watching a documentary with Tasha Cobbs Leonard, and when she did something with Nicki Minaj, like she said she got a lot of backlash. But you know, it's only trying to reach an audience that, you know, may not initially be listening
Right.
for, you know, what you have to offer, but by tailoring the sound to what they like,
the
then
sound.
you know they're gonna gravitate towards that. So have you like experienced anything like that, or it's 2023 and have people open their minds now?
I'm
You know what I'm
hoping
saying?
minds are open. I can't take my hand and open it for you, but I do know that in searching for my people, there's a specific set of ears and eyes assigned to me in my walk. So the more I put out, the further my reach.
Absolutely.
They're not gonna all be standing right in front of me.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
That's what I faced.
Okay. Okay.
That's-
And I was listening to
All right, hold on now. Y'all can't just ask her all these churchy questions. Y'all gotta ask her some ratchet shit too.
See, you gotta listen. You gotta
I was
listen.
about to get there. We
Sound.
got a good time. I was
Just
gonna let it.
get that-
You know,
Okay,
you know how it is. This little angel on
me
this
out
side,
there.
then we gonna get into that.
See,
Let it
there
come
y'all
in.
go.
Let this ease on in there. But hey, let's get up in there now.
Let's get off in it. What
Let's
they
get
say,
up
let's
in there.
get into
Go
it.
ahead.
Like,
Mr.
how
Magic.
hard is it to maintain your, or do you feel pressure to maintain like a certain type of image because you're a gospel artist and you might still want to like, you know,
Listen,
be sinful? I don't know. I don't know. How to put that.
listen. When you in that word, you know there's nobody on this earth that does not sin.
Got you.
That's
Right,
right.
that is
Okay.
true, 'cause
You know,
We all
sin.
human.
We
We
are
all
human.
human.
We all
I mean,
sin.
I don't want to get into why you saved or who saved you or none of those dynamics, but there is an understanding that comes with being saved.
Right.
Okay.
And being saved by grace and mercy opens a lot of doors for people. You have the law, you got grace, you got mercy, you got all this different. Like I say, the world has done opened it up for us. But for me, I've always been like transparent. That's what I was taught, and that's something I heard in church, and that's something that stuck with me. And until I understood what transparent meant, I couldn't be it. So, if you don't know what transparent mean right now, start living.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't no pressure, you know.
So I can smoke weed and still be saved.
Right.
No doubt. That's what I try to tell them.
I mean, what you deal with between your walk with God and what He's working on in you, and what
between
you
me and
need
God.
not have with you when you're doing your work, that's between you and Him. Because
doubt.
anything outside of that becomes judgmental. And then it breaks down into who believes what and why again. And we back to the beginning of that conversation that got my armpits hot in the first place. You know? Let's, you know, what you need now, you know. Some people don't get hot off a drink.
Right.
Some people just hot anyway.
They just hot.
Right. Right.
So, you know, whatever your walk is, walk in that, you know, and walk in your authority, walk in your transparency.
No
See
doubt.
how far that gets you.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I like that.
And I mean, I really, you know, love where, you know, they say you gotta, even if you feel like, you know, you're going through things, whatever like that, you know, you can still, you know, come to God because He wants you to come as you are, right? I mean, and He used some of the examples of people who is doing the most and
Right.
use them as an example. In fact, they're not going to use the person who might be the most holier than thou churchy example. They're
Right.
going to use the person that really might be out there doing all kind of stuff that you think that, you know, they shouldn't be doing or whatever, but they're going to use that as an example just so that they can say, look, you know,
My mama
that
always
person
told me.
can, you know, be an example as well. You know what I mean? So,
Okay, so you're gonna make some twerk gospel music? Like,
Let me tell you, it ain't even about twerking. It's about the fact that I done wrote all these gospel songs over trap beats.
right? We seen that. Yeah.
And
yeah,
however you move in the Lord, you know,
Now,
I dance
that's
like
dope.
That's what I need you to do.
You know,
I need you to make one
You over
over like,
like
a
David.
twerking beat.
Now that'll be dope. You do a gospel over a twerk beat.
That's what I need to give you.
Yo, there was a lady that they showed online. She was twerking while she was in church. Yeah, so it'll work. Oh yeah, that'll work.
All you gotta do is ask the ladies. Do they believe in God?
Listen, I believe you make a track like that. Drop it in the strip club. Drop it in the strip club.
Listen,
I'm telling you, drop it in the strip club.
And they
I bet you
dancing
half of
to
them
it.
gonna be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Because
It's
just
the
because they
effect
stripping
of
don't
it.
mean that they are
That's the
not.
effect of the
Love the
song
Lord.
is that it draws more people into believing in God. Then that's what this purpose is, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
y'all don't know how many lounges I done had to perform in the name of Jesus, you know, because that's who calling for, people who do their music.
That's
Listen,
right.
I'm in here standing by the strip bar and didn't know it till I walked up to it. You know, I don't live this life. I'm just here to represent God. Like whoever in here need to hear this word.
That's it.
There you
man.
go.
That's it, man. I say do it though. Like V said, drop it in the strip club. Let them twerk. It'll work. I think it worked.
I mean, literally.
I
because,
got one.
You got one.
Okay.
I got
You got
one.
one.
Devil
I knew
out.
you
Here
would.
we
I
go.
got one already. I got one.
I knew you would. I knew you would.
This about to have me working.
Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it in, yo. Let's do this. That'd be dope. I ain't never heard a gospel twerk song. A gospel twerk song?
No, I've never heard
I
that.
don't know how many. Listen, you write your own music, you be in the house trying to come up with it in the mirror, like, oh, hey, my bad. You know what? I'm gonna take a rest on
You gotta
it.
do to create.
Go and pray about it and try tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Whatever it takes to create,
I mean,
make it great.
that's right. I mean, and then I also even thinking about they was making a big deal that they was playing with Stomp in the club.
They definitely.
They play Stomp in the club.
I mean,
I've been in the club and they played Stomp.
You should have.
okay, it depends
I'm
on what
just
club
saying,
it
they
is.
did. Are you with
God's
me?
property.
They was getting it. Bro. That was that shit.
Yes. Well, I know in Atlanta
Shout out
they
to
did
Kurt
it.
Franklin.
Shout out Kurt Franklin.
Franklin.
Yes.
That's right.
Kurt Franklin had him stomping in the club.
Kurt
They
Franklin
did.
gotta do
Kanye
it.
had Jesus walking in the club. Okay.
See, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
Kanye done got married again.
Yes,
I
he
saw
that.
done got married.
Oh, you didn't know?
Yep.
Kanye done got
He
married
sure
again.
did.
Y'all just fall for the news cycle, don't you?
Kanye got married again.
Saw
I don't believe that nonsense.
He disappeared and got married again to a lady that looked just like Kim Kardashian.
Well, she's blonde.
He was
She's
really
blind.
Oh, she was looking on the other
She
one. I
was.
seen, she looked like. Was she like
They
brunette?
had a picture.
Oh,
of,
she done changed to blonde now.
She was
Who, Kim or the
no
or the girl?
the new mystery
Whoever the
blonde
leader
woman,
is.
according to TMZ. Okay, I'm
Well,
already
TMZ,
on it.
They
Her name is
These cats
Bianca
always got some-
Sensori.
Wait. How the hell
did Kanye
TMZ
actually talk about this, or is this all reported?
This is
sources?
rumors. Ain't nothing but
No,
rumors. I ain't hear
literally,
Kanye
he
say
was
one
spotted
word.
with a wedding ring, reportedly according to TMZ.
Who
Oh,
said
because he
it was a
disappeared
wedding
when he
ring?
disappeared, right? Because he
Who
had
said it
disappeared
was a
for a
wedding
minute.
ring?
He got married in a
read it
private
yet.
ceremony.
Kanye don't live by the rules of life.
No.
He lives by his own rules. So, like, a ring on his finger don't necessarily symbolize marriage or a wedding. It
Could've
just
been like,
means
that's my homie.
a ring on my finger.
Okay, well, listen. Okay, so
Where
you're
the
right. It
paperwork
could
at?
be because of the fact that it
Yes.
says it doesn't look like, because sources were looking, that they
There you
haven't
go.
filed a wedding
Here
certificate
they go.
to
Here
make
they
it
go. Here they
official.
go. They always doing that.
But they were
though.
spotted at the Waldorf
What?
Astoria,
So what?
where they caught pictures of Ye with a ring
So
on
if I
his
would-
finger.
I mean,
Wait, Ye with a ring on his finger?
yeah, he
yes.
got bread.
Don't
He
he got
can
wedding
wear
ring?
whatever
Don't
he
he-
want on his hands.
He can wear a ring, right? So
And
just
it
because
don't
he
have
had
to
a ring on his
symbolize
finger-
nothing. It's just,
I mean, I
Shorty
don't know
we need a story.
where
Against wearing mine now.
I don't even have a ring
That
on
just
my
mean the media is hungry for a story.
The
They try to
sources
make
be
up a
sourcing.
story.
That's some bull. I mean, excuse me. Oh, scratch that. Monetizing. We gotta monetize. You gotta be careful.
But seriously, I mean, I don't know where the source received the information from that they reportedly got married in a private ceremony. However, that is yet to be seen. More details
TMZ is
will come at a
always
later
in the midst of
date.
some crap. How the hell
Okay.
they get all the news that quick? Like they just be sitting.
I'm
there.
serious.
Like,
they
just be
literally
sitting.
get
Like,
Like, they
everything
just be
first.
sitting, like somebody in the car is like, yo, just
I
sit there in the
mean,
car.
they
So do
they
something.
probably got the top dollar.
Like how though?
And
they just
also,
right there.
y'all listen. They be creating
when-
these stories on their own, just building it
Yeah,
off of.
that's true.
Like they like how many supporting facts can we?
But think about it. You know what? I mean, listen. Now that I'm kind of in that environment, I
Yeah.
kind of do realize that there's
Careful.
certain sources
Run
that.
careful.
Oh.
Tread lightly.
tread lightly.
Tread
No,
lightly.
listen. I
lightly.
just said I'm in that environment. All I'm saying
Right.
is that there are certain sources that call certain media outlets first. Okay,
Can
so
tell you the
basically, there are
news.
certain preferred outlets that receive information, and they have those relationships
Right.
with those people that always have their finger on the pulse of what's going on. So, if TMZ is one of those
Of
highlighted
course they
sources,
are.
well, then they're gonna have the information first, just because they know it's gonna get out.
TMZ is
people are
a
gonna pay attention to it,
multi-million-dollar
and they know
operation.
that this is who I'm gonna call.
Son be on it like left.
And it's not just like
So-
one person. It's like he got a team of
eggs and
people who
grits.
just getting the information from all over, everywhere. Like it's like
ears and
these
eyes out
15
there.
people who know
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, they have
Nose,
ears
too.
and eyes out there.
They do.
Nose, the whole body.
Telling you,
Exactly.
signed.
Yeah.
These people just responsible for like managing a team of people who walk around with cameras and chase celebrities.
Oh,
And
yeah.
ask different people different dumbass questions.
Listen,
And
why
Camped
your
out.
compile all of this
They
video
camped out,
footage.
literally.
They
Yeah.
gotta be. They're like just sitting there chilling in the car.
Yeah.
Yo,
And they
wait
just
till so-and-so.
following
Well,
the
that's
nigga
the
sometimes.
Wait
paparazzi.
till
They got the
so-and-so.
And ask
paparazzi
them
on
a
deck.
dumbass question.
Well, yeah, that's the
hey,
that's the new
hey, you.
The paparazzi. They're the tabloid,
that's how they used to do
entertainment
it.
outlets.
And just ask them dumbass questions and see what they gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Kanye?
Right. Just to see if you're going to
be
say
just like
answer.
that.
That shit be
too.
like, man, get the fuck out of my face,
What
man.
you talking about, son?
Like, why are you hiding behind my bushes?
They just come out of nowhere.
What do you think about Kim K? You like
I just
what?
wash my hands.
I don't
do
even know who
tomorrow.
that
What are you
is.
talking
Man.
Hold on. I was hiding in the back seat of your car. So what do you think about Kanye?
No, it'd be like that. It'd be like, yo,
How did you
it's
get in my
always
car?
a dude calling you from across the
It'd
way
be like
because
way in the
he's
back.
not close to you. He can't get that close because
Yeah.
he's like, oh, I don't know. This could turn out bad for me
Right.
if you don't like the way I'm coming or I'm approaching him.
hey, yo, hold on.
We've seen how that ends up sometimes.
Before we go any further, first I'd like to shout out to my man, Bizzo Beat, who birthday coming up. My man just turned
Yes.
21, baby.
Hey,
21,
21.
Yeah, I can take a drink. Finally.
He can
Finally.
take a drink
excited.
finally. He can take a drink finally. Yes.
Man, I mean,
and
I've been
also,
waiting.
it's 50 years of freaking hip hop.
50 years
50
of hip-hop.
years of hip hop, baby.
Yes.
Bizzo.
50 years of hip hop.
That means 50 years
50
of
years of hip hop.
hip hop. Now think about that.
Yeah.
Compared to, wow. That's
Dog, I seen
See?
day one though.
That means you was there day
I seen day one. I mean, I'm
son.
saying like I
That's
felt
crazy.
whatever day one, the effects of whatever day one did.
You was right there.
And then these cassette tapes started getting made. And they was like, how was it like a dude in New York recording in a basement or like a party somewhere? He recorded it and it got all the way to Philly.
Just like that. Just
And the whole Philly got it. Like everybody. Like we all listening to this.
day one. That means
Day
you was there
one.
like day one. when
Yeah,
it
they
started.
won, literally.
So when they just pumping like what I came years later.
Like to me, those
Yeah.
was better. Like listening to them perform,
Day one.
that was like listening. Like that was like way better than the records. But then the records kind of like it watered it down.
Like
Yeah.
okay, like for real.
To us, it watered it down. Like we was like, what is that?
Let me ask
I
you
mean, that's
something.
cool. Like we like everybody liked it. Don't think everybody didn't like it, but it was like because it was like, wait, why they just didn't use the break?
But the
Why
funny
they
thing
just didn't
is,
scratch good times like Grandmaster
Hold on,
Flash
let me ask
did?
you a question. Before that day,
Yeah.
what was y'all doing? Cause I wasn't there. What was y'all doing? Like, how was the feel? Like, you know how, like, okay, for instance,
Okay, so
when
look,
Michael
what you
Jackson, the joint when everybody, when he was in the subway, black and white, was it black? No, yeah. The not black and white.
was
that
it?
one. With
Oh,
Wesley
yeah,
Snipes.
do bad.
bad. Like how we was feeling when everybody want to go in.
Yes.
The day before, like they had a build up to that. Was it a build up to this day? Or was
Okay,
it
no.
just
All right, so look. All right, so this how it went. So, like, King Tim III came out way before that anyway.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then also, like, Let's Dance to the Drummer's Beat,
Mm-hmm.
Good Times, Vaughn Mason, Bounce Rock Roll Skate. Like, all these records came out way before hip-hop.
Right.
But then hip-hop made these records become, like, more popular at this moment in time because the DJs at the parties, like, on the block or at the house party, they was playing these parts of these records and then making them, like, flash.
Right.
Keep going back to back.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody started talking to it.
So then it just get bigger and
And
bigger.
it was like, bang, bang,
Right.
bang. Like, that shit was fly as shit, though, yo.
Right.
That
Like, it
shit
was like,
the
oh,
boom.
shit, what is that? Because I'm like 8 watching this, 8 or 9.
Wow.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And it's my big brother, so I'm like, like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's like, man, day one. Just that feeling, man, just to be in that cipher.
Like, he was
Yeah.
like, okay, so he was older. My brother's 5 years older than me, right?
Okay.
So when I was 10, he was 15.
Right.
So he was ready. Like, when the hip-hop came,
He was to go.
He was ready to go.
Ready to go.
And
he was like,
old enough
as
to
soon as he
really,
heard it, he was
yeah.
like, I'm getting some turntables.
Okay.
He got some turntables in a mixer.
Oh, man.
He got a job working at the library, so he was like downtown. He would buy records every week. So his record collection was crazy. And then he got some friends, and everybody started putting their record collection together, and then they would like move it from house to house, right? So it was 3 of them. So like for 1 week, you get the whole collection. You get like 30 crates of records that you never heard before.
Wow.
And you just get to go
Exciting.
through them like, ooh, let me put that one.
Word. The
Yo.
excitement of doing that. You don't even do that no more. People don't go through their crates like
I
that.
mean, you know, it to me it's just like a lost art, you know, like that people just don't do that anymore. You know what I mean?
Technology.
Technology changed.
But I mean, that's just with everything. Like, you want better technology, right?
But let me ask you something.
So these kids are experiencing it a different way, right? So like,
Right.
they don't listen to like James Brown. They listening to like the 90s hip hop.
Right, because that's where you're hearing all the samples from. It's like we're reliving it
But
all
they
over
listening to
again.
that like we used to listen to James
to the
Brown,
70s
right?
and all of that. Yeah.
Because this 2023.
Right.
So
Yes.
think 20 years ago, like that's only 2003 to these kids. Like
Right.
So
it's
it's like
crazy to even think
the
about.
90s is
20
like
years
really
ago.
like old. Like to them, the
Unbelievable.
90s is like, ooh,
Like
that's
dumb
old.
Right.
And we like, what? We lived through that shit.
I be telling myself, like, what are you talking about? He swear he nice too. Shout out to
Yeah,
Najee.
he is nice. Don't hate. Yo,
He
sir,
aight.
Yo, it's funny
He
when you
is
see
nice.
these videos on YouTube where it's like a person discovers a song from the past,
Right.
and they like, oh my God, that's incredible. And you like, bro, you just hearing that?
Right,
We
right.
been heard that.
Yeah, man. Did you think that hip hop was gonna make it this far? 50 years? Like when it first started, when that spark started, did you think it was gonna just even make it this far?
I would say, yeah, definitely, because I believed in it, because like I wanted to be a part of it, like
Right.
from the very beginning, and because I was like, I don't know what it is, but I don't want to do nothing else but this.
That's it. That's
Like
it.
I put
That's
everything
it.
else down, dog. Like I was in the video games, ColecoVision,
None of
all
that.
that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I still, and I'm not gonna front. Like I stayed, like the computer and hip hop was two things that just fucked me up.
Right.
Okay.
When I discovered the computer, dog. Oh,
Now
It was
you
over
put
with.
two and two together. That's crazy. Putting two and two together.
dog. Like, cause like
Computer
when I was a
and
young
hip-hop?
boy, they had the Atari computers first.
Yeah, yeah,
Ataris
yeah.
and the Commodore 64.
Uh-huh.
Like these bitches
Whoa.
was just a screen with green
With
typing.
green typing. Yep.
That's the
Yeah,
one with
I was
Donkey Kong was on,
intrigued.
right?
Who
On
don't?
Is that the one
Commodore
that Donkey Kong was
64.
on?
What? No,
The
no, it was
Atari?
something like that. Yeah.
Atari.
Yeah, Atari.
No, that's Nintendo.
That's Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo
okay, hold
came
on. We
later.
need to take it
That
back
came
to even further.
That came later, definitely.
Donkey Kong. That's the
Atari is way before that. Atari, ColecoVision, Mattel.
I remember the joystick because I remember my cousin had it at their house. I definitely remember what the joystick looked like.
That's Atari had a joystick.
Yeah, Atari had a joystick.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember.
I remember we couldn't get an Atari. My mother was not buying it.
Mine wasn't either.
Oh no, somebody like everybody on our block had a joint though.
Like,
so you go to your homeboy house, he got it in his house.
But
It's
somebody
just
had
if you
one,
gonna bring some games or they got all
Somebody on
one
the
of
block.
the homeboy got all the games.
One kid got every last one of them Atari games. That's who you at.
Yep.
You there all day playing the game.
Yes.
So yeah, man, 50 years of hip hop, man. Congratulations. A lot of people was giving up on hip hop. Thought it
There's
was
no
gonna be
way.
a fluke.
There's no way.
But us originals knew I was born in that year.
Let's go ahead. Be proud. Be proud.
Nah, I was born. Yeah, like
I was born.
right when the hip hop, the heartbeat of hip hop, it started ticking. Right then and there, and I can remember also them. It was crazy because I remember hearing like I would see when the time with the speakers.
Mm-hmm.
Walk in the park.
That's another part of hip hop that's gone. Like to like make yourself known, you had to have like a DJ
You had. I remember
set
the,
that
that's
was like
what it's
stupid
called,
Okay.
with the
DJ.
big ass speakers.
Right.
The
Right.
DJs and the speakers. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm so small. I'm still small, but I was just little.
And I know you was in the heart of everything going on.
Oh yeah. I was right there in the heart of that, and walking in them parks and stuff like that, hearing that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And then I can fast forward when we used to hear when Dougie Fresh was playing.
Okay.
And that's
Fresh.
all you used to hear on every block. That's what you hear is the show.
And I didn't even know Teddy Riley made that at that point in time.
That's all you heard.
Because Teddy
up and
Riley was a
down
young
Harlem.
boy too.
Wow.
All through Harlem.
Okay, hold on. I was today years old when I found that. Wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Teddy Riley made that.
Wow.
And,
Okay.
yup, that's all you used to hear was that, all up and down. That's all you heard was that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And then, of course,
Teddy Riley made songs for hip hop before that though. He made a song called "The Godfather" for Spoonie G.
Spoonie G.
That's somebody we don't hear about very often.
Who, Teddy?
No, Spoonie G.
Spoonie G is
Spoonie
like
G.
the like one of the
Legend.
original godfathers of recorded rap, not
Okay.
regular rap.
Just
Like
recorded.
regular hip hop. Like he came a little bit later, but he's the one who spawned Kool Moe D.
Okay.
I think that's his brother. I ain't even gonna
Oh,
lie,
really?
yo. That's his brother.
Yo.
Now Kumo D. Now, okay, I was
'Cause they all had a
definitely
group.
young, so I didn't really know about Kumo D until about 86, 87, but I'm sure he was out way before then, wasn't he?
Kool Moe D was in a group called
Cool.
Treacherous
Treacherous
Street.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And-
I keep
and-
forgetting
and the,
that. That's
Beat
right.
Streak. What are you talking? He was the
No,
one.
come on. How old was
Yeah.
I? I might have
Remember
been
the
2,
three
3.
They had Dougie Fresh doing the beatbox. And
Get
those
loose.
the three heads.
Generation.
Generation.
Yeah.
It's like they should have Beat Street on MTV or BET like all the time just for the historical value of it. Like, 'cause
Right.
that's like hip hop.
But they'll play what's that? Breaking 2.
Hey, listen. There's
100
nothing.
times over.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. I know you ain't hating on Breaking 2,
No,
okay?
bump that.
I watch that every day in
Yeah.
my latchkey class.
Bump
No, Breaking
Every
2
day.
has no hip hop historical value.
I thought it did.
It
I
has
wanted to learn how to
no
pop
hip-hop
lock.
historical value.
I wanted to learn. Yes.
Like Breaking lost
I
its
did.
hip hop historical
Okay.
value
By
with the
then,
second
Breaking 2 was
installment
over.
in the series,
Even though I wanted
Electric
to be
Boogaloo.
Turbo
Thank
and
you.
dance on the
See,
wall.
hold on. See,
But I was a dancer though. I was a dancer, so the dance.
I say,
part
don't
of that
hate.
aspect of it.
Don't
I like.
hate.
But other than
First
that-
off, they did not. First off, I'm gonna say that what Breaking
even though
did
they said it was very commercial. They said,
Breaking
but you
watered
couldn't
it
tell
down
me
by
that.
putting a white girl in there. Like, what was she? Like,
Yeah.
what was she in there for? She could like that. Yo, that Puerto Rican girl tore hers to shreds in the battle. She was like, she put the electric joint on. It was like,
And the white, she started.
When they was in the parking lot, yeah. She was doing that ballet shit.
Yeah, the back.
Yeah, like what is
What in the world is she doing? They
doing
looked at her
kicks?
like,
I'm like, what is she
and then they made
doing?
it popular though.
I
'cause
said,
they
man, I
made
ain't gonna lie, back
Ozone
then
do
I
it.
thought it was
They
a
made
shit, though.
Ozone do it too.
They made
I ain't
Ozone
gonna
do
sit
it
up here and
too.
front, no.
Ozone was doing it.
And Ozone
Turbo
like-
refused.
Yeah,
He was
you
like,
know
"I'ma
this
keep
Turbo
it
did. The Turbo kept that
Turbo
shit hip hop.
kept it
He
real.
kept that real. He kept that. He's like, man, fuck that. He started
Ozone
doing
was
that thing
like,
right there.
I'ma sell out and do the
And
gay
I'ma do-
ballet.
and he
Sorry,
had on the
I'm not,
Tootsie
wait,
too.
hold on.
He had,
I
yo,
didn't
shout
mean
out
to
to
say gay
Ozone. Rest in
ballet.
peace. Ozone.
Yes,
Ballet
oh my
is
God.
very feminine.
Shout out to Ozone.
Yeah, rest in peace to Ozone. But
Yo, was
He was wearing the
Ozone?
halter top. You know
Yo.
what I'm
He had
saying?
the halter
Back
top.
then, man, you couldn't
So
tell.
wait. So was Ozone LGBTQ?
No,
he was
but-
RSTUV, nigga.
Listen, that was a thing back then. They were playing football. You know what I'm saying? They had the halter top. People was playing
wet
football with the
right
halter
now.
top. I'm just
Well,
saying
I
that
don't
was the
know.
80s.
Ozone was
That was the
It's all
80s.
he might have been a
He wasn't the only
little-
one.
He was
He
doing
was
his
not the
thing.
only one.
Look,
But he had the chick though.
he had the chicks.
He
He was
doing
getting
his
all the
thing.
chicks
Man,
with the
everybody
halter.
was dressing like
Ah.
that, man.
Prince was getting over
No,
with
that was
chicks with
some
halter
LA.
too.
That was some LA
was
style.
LA.
Cause like wasn't nobody, wasn't nobody in
Shout out
Philly
to LA,
rocking those
yo.
styles though. We was like,
We
whoa.
weren't doing that.
I know, right? Like, where
Yo,
this come
them
from? Like,
girls with the little
with the
jewel
things,
pull on
right?
the side. Like, yeah, what are you?
they had the
Whoa,
long feather coming down.
Hey man,
yo,
The whole top
had the long feather.
and the socks.
A little sus.
Oh my gosh.
It is what it is, yo. This is what you get when you get on the Boom Bap Hour.
Yes, you're
just
gonna
straight
get the
off
real,
the-
all the unfiltered opinions
but
that you can come
Definitely got
up
the
with.
spice.
We got stop. Yo, hold on. But yo, on the real though, I remember hearing the message. Now
Word.
that's when it changed for me. right?
Message.
Yeah, it started changing. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when I heard the message, it was like, oh shit, this is
Okay.
crazy. This is what it really looks like.
Yeah, that is
Like
what it really
really
looked
looked
like.
And then find out years later he didn't even write that.
No, but wait though. So like,
That's what got me.
okay, so is that the first time you heard Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five
That's the
rap?
first time I heard a rap. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
So you didn't hear Super Rapping. You didn't hear the birthday party.
I heard the birthday party.
Did you hear Freedom?
No, I didn't hear that.
Somebody. You never heard that?
I heard it after the message. I heard
Okay,
all
did
that
you hear
afterwards.
Genius of Love is Nasty?
No,
Wow. See, like Grandmaster Flash and them had so many records before the
before
message.
that, yeah.
The message, most of it was written by somebody else that didn't rap.
That's what killed
Duke
me.
Booty.
That's what shot me. Years later, like that shot
Like
me.
Mel and them probably didn't, like they probably fought against doing that song.
But you know who
Because
I
they
model-
had way better songs on their own.
But you know, it didn't. Later, it was
And like in the relevance of hip hop, right? So like me as a DJ, right? I had to get double copies of all these records.
you had the
right?
right, yeah. So you
So and then these records always had a part. Who need the man when the beat that go? Huh, right? And then that's the part you scratch.
Why did everybody say
Huh,
that
right?
in the rap back
Or
then?
kaboom! Or they say
Everybody
kaboom,
said
or they just say something that you scratch, right?
Skip some time.
yes, your father used to say that.
My daddy said that he liked to break out and rap, and he would always say "huh" at the
I
end.
didn't get
Okay.
it 'cause I was mad young by then. I was young. I didn't get to
Yeah,
the message. And
but
then,
like
Slick
I
Rick,
think they
that's my
started
era.
that. But anyway, so they always had a record that we was doing that to at a party.
Okay.
So they was already, but the message didn't, like, the reason why we ain't like the message, it didn't have that part.
It
didn't have that in it.
part.
Right, it was like, yo, y'all took it out. What is y'all
What happened
doing?
to that? That's when that. And then Slick Rick came along, and it was
Yeah.
over there.
Yep.
That's when it was like, oh, so you can
Well,
really, you can
there's a lot between the message and Slick Rick.
start.
A lot between.
I mean, well,
Those
talk
two.
about years.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Even just for Grandmaster Flash and them, because now they start linking up with the Sugar Hill Gang.
Okay.
They started making records together, and then also they had a girl group all that's at the same time called The Sequence.
Okay.
That was Angie Stone,
Angie Stone.
Oh, yeah, she did.
right?
Say she
so
was
they
a-
had
She was a
records
rapper
too.
before she was a singer.
Yeah.
Can She moved to New York from Columbia, South Carolina,
Columbia.
Wow.
and was like the first. The first female rapper is Shy Rock
Yeah.
because she
Shout
was
out
in
to Shy
Funky
Rock.
4
And she's a
plus
professor
one more.
too. I think
Yeah,
she
Professor
teaches
Shy
now.
Rock.
Yeah.
Yep.
She should be though, because she she was on Saturday Night Live performing that song
That
where
song.
she rapped,
Okay.
and like that song, like, excuse me, back then it was hard to get, like you couldn't just get that 12-inch,
Right.
like
right.
it just wasn't available in the store, like
They made it
Michael
hard.
Jackson
They made that
or
hard.
Stevie Wonder or
Yeah.
Luther
They
Vandross.
probably
all
still thought
their
it was going to be a
records.
fad. You know, they probably wasn't really taking hip
And
hop
the people
seriously
who
back
made the
then.
record didn't print it up a lot.
Okay.
Right? They didn't print up a lot of copies of it because they didn't have the money. Like, records are expensive to make,
Most definitely.
or they were at the time. I don't know what, or you have to like buy a lot of copies. They're not gonna let you just make like 50 records. You gotta get 1,000. So it's like, damn. Once we get that 1,000, who we gonna put it at? Where we gonna put these 1,000 at?
What we gonna do? You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
CDs.
Yeah. So was you listening to hip hop back then, like that?
I listened to what I was allowed to listen to. I watched what I was allowed
I
to
know
watch.
my mother was on some.
So a lot of what I
Suck my
missed,
neck
I
type.
got back, in my latter years. Now when I'm doing my own music, I got a touch of everything.
Right.
Put it together and boom, you got me.
So that's what you put a little touch of hip hop in that too. Oh, that's right, you rap.
telling
That's
you,
right.
man,
Listen,
it's all
listen. I was listening to her
sound.
song
So it
"Rain." She just broke out. I'm like, okay, Kamika, come with it then.
Come with it, girl. You
Yeah,
come breaking
yeah.
it out, doing your thing. That's
Yeah.
what hip hop is universal, baby. That's all I got to say.
Yes,
Definitely what I got to say. You know what I'm saying?
it
Word
really
life.
is. So, what's one of the biggest lessons that you say that you've learned, in your journey of being an artist?
The biggest lesson I've learned is to know your music.
Okay.
Know your music. That takes time, patience, and dedication.
Yep. Definitely.
When you say know your music, what you mean?
Singing off of tracks a lot, or
Right.
being in front of other crowds a lot. Like I go to church all the time, but I also go to don't let me downplay nothing. I go to the showcases, artist showcases all
Right.
over places. And I see people who are performing, and like I say, that those eyes are sign. I can see a sinker. I can see when people are missing their mark on their words because their words are playing instead of them practicing enough to
Be
go
able to
up
say
and
their own music.
music.
say their own music.
Go without the lyric. Go
being
without the
afraid
vocals.
of your own sound. Put your music on and do what you do. I had to learn, just be true to your music.
Yes, most definitely.
Word.
Okay, so we like to have a little fun. So,
Okay.
want to
let's
do a
get
little
to it.
icebreaker.
I've been
Get
having
to
fun.
So, you want to play two truths and a lie?
We can play.
We can play?
Let's
Okay.
Two truths and a
Yes.
lie.
So, you just got to tell us three things, and we got to figure out which two are the truth and which one is not.
Okay. Let's go with this now.
And we can do this on
3 things about you.
And three things about you.
Yeah.
Two is the
Anything.
truth, one is a lie.
You can say these 2 things. These are 3 things that I've done, and you can list all 3 things that 2 things that you really did, and 1 thing that you didn't do.
That you did do. Yep.
Not in that order, though. Don't do them in that order so we can guess.
Yeah, so we gotta
see.
guess.
I should have chosen another game. Now I got to think. Y'all don't know me, so I can't just be saying anything about me.
Say whatever you want.
You can say anything.
whatever
You
you
can say
want.
your astrological sign. It don't matter what it
Oh
is.
no, I'm just kidding around. I don't, like I say, y'all don't know me.
See, that's the best
Well,
part,
there's
though.
2 things that you
Let's
want people
see.
to know about you for real, right? And then the 3rd thing,
Could be
just make
Whatever.
that shit up. Like,
Yep, yep.
it could be
I
whatever.
feel y'all.
Yeah.
Man.
Do, 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 do.
Don't time me out. Count me out.
okay,
Count me
okay.
out then.
Count you out? All right, we gonna
No,
count
we
you.
gonna-
I'm a.
Well, what's 2 truths that? Okay, how about this then? We'll do it like this. But tell us something that we don't know about you. Anything.
That you would want people to know about
That
you.
You would want the world like if you sitting in front of Oprah right now, what would you want Oprah to know about you?
I'm glad to be here. That's
Okay,
it.
then.
It's nothing like that. Let me try
Word.
to let
There
me
you
try
go.
to bring my mind to a place. Hold on, give me just a few
I
more
give you a
seconds.
second. I give you a second.
Um,
It's just real simple.
it's not that
Mind blown.
simple with me. It's
Okay.
really not.
Okay,
It's
well,
really
you know
not.
what? You'll
Um,
Nah. I can't. Okay. Here's
It's tough.
okay. Think on that one. Think on that one.
It's tough.
Okay. Here's the easy
It's tough.
question. What's one movie you know every word to? That tells a lot about a person. When whatever movies that you like. What's one movie that you know every single word to? If it came on.
Mm.
Or what are your favorite movies?
I'm gonna say All About the Benjamins.
All About the Benjamins.
That is a funny movie. That's a funny
And I always say
story.
that because I got a kid.
Like that.
Your kid little and they find a DVD and they keep pressing play.
DVD.
Yeah.
So yeah,
The
that was
DVD
from a long
joint.
time ago.
That definitely was kicking. Mine would be The Temptations. I know every damn word. of it.
Yeah.
And How High. Hold on. How High too, because I can't help
Of
but-
course. No.
How High is my shit.
Mine's is Wild Style. Y'all don't even know
Okay.
that movie.
Okay.
You know every word of what?
What? I watch Wild Style over 1,500 times.
Oh my gosh.
Way more than I've seen.
There's
I got-
only okay. Go ahead.
I got
Way
two. I got, and they both happen to be Eddie Murphy movies. Coming
Come
to
on,
America.
America.
You already know. And Boomerang.
Boomerang is
Oh,
on
yeah.
that
I
list.
love that. That's one of the
Boomerang is
movies
on
that
the
seem
list,
like
too.
it be people
Life.
sleep
It's on the
on.
list. Yeah, it's on that
Yeah,
list.
it's
Life.
on the list.
Marcus Graham, I'm living.
What do you know about love?
I'm right
living
now.
Marcus Graham right
Nigga,
now,
I am Marcus Graham.
Follow the drip. Follow the drip.
It's life.
Oh my God. There's so many lines
Marcus
come from that
Graham.
movie. Oh my
son
gosh.
say he living Marcus Graham life right now, though. Oh man.
You got the
Marcus
mushroom belt.
Darling.
The Marcus, darling.
No, that's a classic. That's a classic film.
Classic,
Classic
right?
black film.
I don't have any panties on.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The
Yes.
Boomerang is definitely. They try to remake that, right? Or
They
do
tried, but
They made
like
it
a
a series.
sitcom, right?
Yeah, series.
it didn't do it for
Hold
me.
on. Speaking of remakes, you seen The Best Man redo?
I
ain't
loved
gonna
it.
Tell me y'all didn't
I
love
absolutely
that.
loved
I
it.
haven't seen it.
Oh,
but
it's
You
I'm
gotta
so
see
good.
Oh,
I'm ready for
MG.
It's so
yeah.
good.
They
Oh
made
my
a
God.
whole
Sit
series.
down and watch
It's better than the movies.
It's actually
Okay.
better than the movie.
I mean, The Last Holiday to me was a good movie. Now I ain't gonna lie, but the series
like they played off of that,
great.
Okay.
and then they made a series off of it. But the series was really dope. Did
Yes.
Robert Townsend had something to do with that?
I did see that he did direct one. I mean, I saw at the end of one of the episodes that he directed it. I don't know if he was involved in the entire series or not, but he definitely was involved. And we know Robert Townsend is a great filmmaker and writer, so
No, he did
might
something else
speak to that
recently,
as
too.
well.
He did something else that's like recent. I think I seen it on Netflix. The Kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope.
I've
yeah.
seen a lot of people talking about
talking
that. Now,
about
what
that with the
exactly is
colors.
that about?
They got like colors on how to watch that and stuff.
Is that something like with different
No.
endings or something? Or
Yeah, I see they got like yellow. You watch it through this green. Watch it like that.
Each episode is a color.
wow,
But that's
okay,
just like saying, that's just like the stuff inside the actual episode. Like if you're into the film world, right? Like some film directors do certain things, right? So in this movie, I guess whoever did it, but I thought it was Robert Townsend. I thought I saw his name as a director. Maybe it was just one episode of it. But anyway, it's based around like a dude that's like a bank robber.
okay.
I gotta check
He's
that
like
out.
a
I haven't
career
checked
bank
that out.
robber, and he got the ultimate job.
Okay.
Gotta check that out.
Now, me as being a creative person and an artist,
Yeah.
just kind of thinking of the way that they will make that film, I wonder if they put any type of psychology behind that because, different colors, like say for instance, they say, okay, well, this particular episode is going to be blue, this particular episode is going to be, red or orange.
Blue, red,
Like
orange. Yeah, they picked all three of those colors.
there are actually,
That's what they gotta
certain
do.
sentiments and certain, things that those colors actually do to you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Gotcha.
yeah, going into like a little
Well, no,
art.
even in the movie, like in the
Yeah.
actual movie called Blue, like you'll see blue shit like everywhere, and you'll be
Right.
like, "Oh, that's why they call this blue.
Yeah.
There's blue shit everywhere."
Yeah.
And then in the orange one, it's orange. Like everything's like orange.
A little color psychology, I
Yeah.
think they might have put
Color
behind that.
psychology and everything.
Check this out.
I like that. I like that.
But Giancarlo Esposito, yeah, he's one of
Oh,
my
you
favorite
talking about
actors.
School Days?
School
Yeah,
Days.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Brother Almighty.
Almighty.
Yes, absolutely. I just read that. Him and Stephanie Mills used to go together.
Wow.
Him and Steph.
Him and Stephanie Mills. She used to go with Michael Jackson too. I said, well, Stephanie, you just
Yeah.
all the stars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all over the place now. All right now.
Yo,
Yo, okay,
I
it's
love
yo,
me
now
some
it's a
Stephanie
guy on
Mills.
the
I
internet
love me some
saying
Stephanie Mills.
He
She
saw
can do
Michael
no
Jackson
wrong.
freebase
Wait, who?
Hold
what?
on,
What?
man.
at Studio 54.
At Studio
said that?
54?
Because he said he's seen a lot of celebrities do it like that.
Freebase?
Like that's
Wait,
what
who
Michael.
said
I mean,
that?
that's what Richard Pryor did. Like
Yeah, Richard
it's
Pryor.
known that he did it.
But who seen him?
This guy, he's like a hip hop dude.
Oh,
His name
wow.
is Unique Mecca Audio.
I gotta
Okay.
check this out.
Right, he from the old
Interesting.
school. He like a big drug dealer from back in the day, or whatever.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love
No, he
Mike
said
to
everybody.
death.
No, he
but
said everybody was freebasing in Studio 54, not just
I
Michael
wouldn't
Jackson.
put it past Studio 54.
Listen,
Like, that
I'm
was-
sure it was a lot of stuff going on up in there because especially
wouldn't
back
put it-
in the day, everybody was doing drugs. Everybody was doing drugs. I mean,
Everybody was
it is
doing
what everybody
drugs.
did. You know
And
what I
then
mean?
right, that was like
He was in
that
that
was like a
environment.
like a premium drug to them. Like that was like a ooh shit, you know how to do that. Like now, crack is looked at as like, ew, you're a crackhead.
But, crack
But
back
I'm
then.
saying to you, like, right, no, in the fucking 70s,
Yeah.
in the club scene, like the higher upper echelon, like Studio
was on
54,
some- they was on
all
some
these
other
like
shit.
really high end clubs where all the celebrities went, they was in there freebasing.
Oh, some
So
other
basically, freebasing. Then okay, this is me asking like a ignorant, probably dumbass question, but it's the same thing as crack. Or
It's
no?
putting a fire to cocaine, and
Whatever
smoking
you need to
it.
get
Yeah.
it, you get it how you get it.
It's
That's how Richard
Oh.
Pryor
It's
started.
burning cocaine.
They knew to
Whatever
put that
works for
cocaine
you.
and make
I mean, I'm just
And
saying.
it don't blow up. I don't know why people said that. Because Richard Pryor didn't blow up. He put himself on
he put
fire
himself on fire.
Good Lord.
because he was so high.
He said he took the lighter side.
Yeah.
No.
He poured the shit on top himself
Yes,
first
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
And then just lit the
And
lighter.
lit the
Like
lighter.
I guess he thought this ain't gonna hurt.
It was the
all
freebase
in.
that made him do that though.
yeah. It was
all
him
in.
freebasing that made him think he could just do that. He could just light
When
himself
they
on
found out,
fire
they said, "Yo, what
and he'd
did
be
you do?"
cool.
They said,
Like,
"You
no,
freebase."
it is gonna hurt.
The motherfucker said, "Yo, word,
I could-
let's turn this motherfucker to a rock then."
Oh
And
my
they turned it
gosh.
to a rock. And, next thing you
And
know,
so I guess they started. So I guess before it started being like a crackhead thing, it was like was it a novelty? I guess at
No, it was
parties too?
expensive. It was high.
expensive.
It cost a lot to
High.
get cocaine back then.
very
Yeah,
high.
But then
I would assume
the people
so.
who made crack found
Yeah.
a way to make it inexpensive.
Made it inexpensive.
Right, they just put a very little bit of cocaine mixed in with all the other stuff to make it crack, rock
Nasty
cocaine.
The stuff that you don't even wanna deal with.
I mean, I can believe it. I mean, like
Crack
I've
was something else, man. It killed a lot of people.
yeah, I have talked to a lot of people who have been affected by that
But
drug.
Richard
Unfortunately,
Pryor was just a
And I-
rich crackhead. Really, he was like a super rich crackhead,
and
just like Whitney Houston. You don't think her and Bobby
yeah.
was snorting that shit? They was burning that shit.
said crack is whack.
Yeah, it is whack, but
I-
freebase is high
Got
taste.
money, honey.
Right.
Crack is whack, but freebase is high taste.
She said, "I want the
Okay?
receipts." I'm sorry.
That was rich people level, rich people
Where you gonna
taste
get a
levels.
receipt for buying crack? I'm sorry.
Come on, them face card, don't start now.
Look at how they looked, and look
Yeah,
at how her
Y'all bugging right now.
her life ended up. She's like, you know what I'm
From the
saying?
outside looking in.
I love
now.
Whitney
Yeah.
Houston, but she ended up as
Using
a
knowledge.
she died as like a crackhead.
You right.
Ugh.
Straight up.
No man. Speaking of drugs, well,
Okay.
El DeBarge got arrested and charged with drug and weapon possession at Burbank. Yeah, Burbank.
El
Yeah,
DeBarge family
Burbank,
also mixed
LA.
up with the coke too.
They got this.
The Barge family, like Switch and all of them, because like they had a whole group in the '70s that was called Switch, right? And it was like the older brother to the DeBarge family, right?
Yeah, with the high voice.
I don't know how high his voice was. I don't even remember.
I was Switch.
I remember
no,
they
that's a very popular
songs.
song with Switch.
No, I remember they
Yeah.
songs. Definitely, they
Yeah,
songs.
Bobby DeBarge.
Bobby.
They say he was the best one.
Bobby
Why you
was-
playing?
That's who the bar L mimics.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Bobby.
But why he play? But here's the thing though.
But they was mixed up with coke their whole
But
life.
DeBarge had this. Come on, L. You had an expired tag. They wouldn't even go
Yeah,
pull you
y'all
over.
never seen the story of their family where like their daddy was
Why your
mean to
tag
their
expired?
Yeah,
mama,
they daddy was
super
off
mean
the
to their
chain.
mama, and like they didn't get treated well as children.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
I
times
think
that
they
can
got
cause a
raped
lot
and
of
stuff
trauma.
like that, right?
That can cause a lot of trauma. I mean,
But
you
they
know,
was
you look at
talented.
the reasons behind a lot of addiction is because of traumas in their life. So
Okay.
sometimes can't judge. You know what I'm saying? Things that got people going on.
life
Very
is life.
true.
Life is
What it
crazy,
is.
yo.
You got to
That's
live.
Yeah,
what
man.
we do here at the Boom Bap Hour, though. But look,
You got to live.
let us know
Where
what
we
you
can
got-
find you.
and what you got going and where we can find you at.
All right. So
All your social media outlets and all that stuff for these people.
my problem is I like to change my name from who
About
I
100
am
times.
as an artist. But yeah, it's Kamika Kamika on all social media sites. Look it up. If you don't find it, look up Splash Jam South. All my music comes under those sites. It's also, I'm getting jumbled. Thinking about the website names and all this stuff. I literally be in my book writing and in the studio singing, y'all. So once you know how social media is, you find me on one spot, it's gonna send you to me somewhere else. So
You got a
look-
link, like what's that called? A link tree or something? What that thing called? A link tree or something?
Yeah, well, Linktree, yeah, on your Instagram, it kind of gives you all of your links.
Yeah, so like I say, follow Splash Jam South. He'll give you all the information
Splash
from
Jam
there.
South.
My artist
Okay.
information is there. Like I said, I really want to see Spotify go up. I want to know y'all really listening out there. Social media, I need shares, likes, comments. Talk about me, talk about it, talk about God, talk about you. Just talk about it.
I know that's right.
Let's
Kamika
talk.
Kamika.
Yes, yes. Well, we
Kamika.
so enjoyed having you on the Boom Bap Hour.
Word,
it was
love
so
every
much
moment.
fun.
I'm
Thank you
excited.
so much for being here.
Thank you
y'all
for everything. Thank you for coming
Thank-
through.
Yes,
y'all
hanging
for
out
That
with
gospel-
us.
The
Gospel
energy.
gangster love. That's what I'm
The
calling
energy
it.
been great in here. I'm excited for more to come.
All
Yes, most
that's
definitely.
good. Thank you. All right, I appreciate that. Yeah. Word. Shout out to Bomb Maid.
Yes.
And you already know what time it is. It's the Boom Bap Hour, baby, and we up out of here.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace, strong peace.